talking about seem to be more policy and overarching issues that might fall under the jurisdiction of the commissioner as opposed to controller. Are you running for the right office? Do you have any aspirations to be a commissioner?
I have no aspirations for commissioner, quite honestly. I think right at this moment, I think the biggest problem we have is accountability in the government. And I think the accountability stops at spending. And there's, in my estimation, I think there's no better way to control something than to control the purse strings, to control the spending. If you have the checkbook and somebody wants to do something and you don't give them the check, they can't do it. So I think you have a whole lot more control in government if you can control spending than you can making policy. The controller can enforce policy, and that's important too. And that would come from the commissioners, and that would be a valuable part for the controllers to sit with the commissioners and say, we need to make policy for this to control spending.
Do you feel that you have the working relationship with the commissioners to be able to do that?
I do. I think I have a pretty good relationship with Mr. Urban. I think we're both pretty much on the same page as far as what we need to do is to hold people accountable in government. I think Steve wants to hold people accountable, but because he's a minority commissioner, it makes it difficult for him at times. I think Marianne Petrillo has expressed an effort to hold people accountable, has expressed an interest in making sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do in government and actually recognizing that there is a problem. I think she's done great, had made great strides in that. And it's refreshing to see that she's turned from when she was controller, that did absolutely nothing in my estimation as controller, to do the job that she's doing now, to say, you know what, there's a problem and we're going to fix it. So I give her a lot of credit for stepping out of the box, from the traditional political box, and saying, you know what, we have a problem, we're going to try and fix it for the people.
The question that Mark asked about, I think over all the things that you wanted him to do, is there seems to be confusion over what someone in your job can do and what the commissioners have to approve.
Sure.
Are there any things on that list where you think that the area is fuzzy, where you may want to do these things, but you are not going to be able to do them without the commissioners saying that's okay?
Well, one of the things that the controller does is on my list is the thing with the salary board. I mean, the controller is very important in the salary board. He can obviously he's a voting member of the salary board, so he can stop he could be the deciding vote to stop additional hirings. There's five. Let me think. 3 commissioners, the controller, and the president, judge, or somebody from the department or the row officer. So there's 5. So the controller is actually a very vital part in the salary board, which would be a controlling vote on hiring in the county. That's one of the biggest issues for the controller is to make sure that their salaries are held in line and the hirings are held in line.